uh, stream with Maze, and I didn't feel right. I'm gonna have to work on it. Maybe he can help me out, and we can test it before I take it out and invite anybody else on. But it's an interesting new thing that YouTube has. So, and my hair looks like shit. Anyway, want to talk a little bit about more, because that's all we're talking about right now, about IGER's return. So, to recap, about 9 to 10:30, almost 11 o'clock, all of a sudden it was blasted everywhere that Chapek abruptly resigned and Bob Iger was back as CEO at Disney. We have yet to see what his plans are. He did say something about a new strategic direction, which I don't know what that means. But it was shocking to me. First off, it was shocking because anybody with a functioning brain, and I'm not talking about the Christopher Rufos or people that write for the Epoch Times or anything else, they really don't understand what was going on at Disney before this happened. Okay, they blame Chapek for being woke. Chapek wasn't woke. Chapek was desperately trying to fix what Bob Iger, who is woke, broke. Okay, and I was looking at this and I was thinking about it today. And what is going on here is, I think there's a panic going on. I don't know what it is about. I don't think the people that were designated to be laid off are panicking about what I think it is. I think it's financial. I think it could have something peripherally to do with FTX or whatever that was. I think it because the hedge fund managers, I mean, the woke hedge funders, BlackRock, with Larry Fink, who if you ever saw Larry Fink, you go, well, he's woke. Apparently so. Mortimer, what's his face, and what's a Mortimer? What a stupid name. And Dan, whatever. God, I'm so bad right now. Just whatever. I'm really tired, by the way. But these hedge fund guys are afraid of something. Okay, look, I'll explain. When you start getting into the kinds of money these people move, hundreds of billions of dollars, do not be surprised if there is illegal shit going on, money laundering, Ponzi schemes, etc. Okay, something is going on with the financial part of Disney that we have not yet uncovered. Okay, that we have not yet kind of dissected. Okay, this just happened like overnight. Now, I'm going to say this. It could just be politically motivated. They knew that Chapek was going to go out and start firing the wokesters. He had the support of the board. What happened? So yesterday at this time, the board supported Bob Chapek. At least that's what, let's, okay. Was the Wakanda Forever downturn so bad that he get asked to resign over that? Why is that his fault? Why isn't it Kevin Feige's fault? Why isn't it Victoria Alonso's fault? Why is it Marvel's fault? Okay, all right. It doesn't make any sense. There's something else here. And I think that it has something to do with financing and money. And I think if it is what I think it could be, Disney will be racked to its core. Okay. Um, and I think Chapek knew about it. I think he wanted to do, I think one of the areas he was going to go into is trying to figure out what that was. The hedge fund managers got scared. Now, it could be them just looking to keep their hippy dippy shit safe. Oh, it makes me sick too. Is it working? All right. They be told that what's going on at Disney today, and we haven't seen it. It is 1 noon. Okay, so it's around lunchtime. So the rags might be reporting stuff. Okay. Um, I okay. Trust me, we'll probably get a hold out from uh, the king of woke, Iger, to the minions. Cameron will probably see it, and so will Matt Bellamy. Okay. So, but I think that it has more to do with some sketchy money. All right, I think it has something to do with that. Look, Disney has never, at least since I've been paying attention, has never not seemed to have some sketchy, shadowy shit going on with money. These hedge fund guys were connected to that fat fuck with all the hair from FTX. Okay. A Ponzi scheme. All right. So the idea that this could be related to something serious like that shouldn't shock anybody. It doesn't shock me. Okay. Why? Because Disney's such a big corporation with so many different things going on that you can hide things and do things that are nefarious. Okay. Now, are we ever going to find out about it? Disney's very good at hiding how they hide money. Okay, how they mess with the books, cook the books. Okay, look, you know, they like reporting fake numbers for movie grosses. Okay, everybody knows that The Force Awakens really didn't make $2.03 billion. It really only made 750 million. Okay, it cost what, 200 million, 225 million to make. Add half of that to marketing. All right, start thinking about that. Okay, all right. And other things. I mean, look, are you going to tell me that the parks aren't? I hope so. I mean, I don't know, Cross. I'm probably talking out my ass. But again, what happened was so abrupt and so completely fucked up that I'm looking at all ends. It could be the wokesters freaking out, they're going to get fired, going to Uncle Bob, going to the hedge funds. It could be Doomcock could be right about Kennedy crying to Uncle Larry Fink at BlackRock, which I doubt. This could have something to do with Indiana Jones 5 and the fallout of the bad screenings that James Mangold denies to this day ever happened. And it's like, the movie's coming out in July. There should already be test screenings. So he's lying. Somebody here's not telling the truth. Okay. It could be, I mean, I don't see the weak box office for Wakanda Forever being the catalyst to send Iger away or Chapek away. especially when everybody with a brain knows that that movie was conceived after Chadwick Boseman died under Iger's watch. And he and Alan Horn, again, they were the ones that said, we're not going to recast him. Now, they pretended it was an honorable thing to do. But what they did was they took it upon themselves to make it femme-centric bullshit, and no one likes it. And it's failing. Is that Bob Chapek's fault? No, he put the movie out. It's not his fault. All right? Let's look at Strange Worlds coming out. It has a gay character in it. A black, of course, gay character, because it can never, it's always, what I love about it is they want the black boys or girls to be either lesbians or gay. Okay. Which, if you know the black community like I do, they do not like that. Not even a little bit. Okay. And it's interesting to me how Disney didn't market it. It's coming out this week. It's got a very soft, projected Thanksgiving take of $20 million. And this thing cost, I think, $200 million to make. Okay. It is Disney animation. All right. This is not going to do well. Okay. This is going to be, and Iger's going to say what Chapek did? No. You're the one who conceived of it. You're the one who let these wokesters run wild. This is on you, Bob. This is on you, okay? Napoleon. It's like, I look at that, about this last night. It's almost like Waterloo. All right, where Napoleon was it leaving Alba or St. Helena, which island he was first exiled on, going back to France, gathering the troops and fighting Wellington at Waterloo and getting his ass kicked. Then being exiled again to die. Okay. In fact, that's my analogy I'm running with. Okay. That's my analogy I'm going with. He's Napoleon. He's short. He's overly ambitious. He's in over his head. There you go. And this does not have good ramifications. So you have Scotty Mendelson bemoaning the fact this motherfucker's back. That says something about what people like him think about Iger. They know Iger was the one that fucked everything up. They know that. They're very aware of that. Okay, and the thing that I find really interesting is are you there? Oh, shoot. Hi guys. Really interesting is the fact that for every one person cheering, there are 15 of us going, oh, fuck. All right. I want to address the conservative press. Christopher Rufo, Epoch Times, and others attacking Bob Chapek as being woke. What they fail to understand, because they're fucking stupid. I mean, this is how fucking clueless he is. Okay. He doesn't realize that The Last Jedi happened under Iger's guidance. That was his Iger era bullshit. TFA, the movie that started to break the franchise, that was Iger, okay? Slapping his mitts together like a trained seal over Kathy Kennedy, making such a wonderful movie. And when you look back on it, triumphant. It's garbage, all right? It's absolute fucking garbage. I don't care if the movie made $2 billion. The movies in Star Wars that stand the test of time are episodes 4 through 6 and episodes 1 through 3, and that is it. Okay, that is it. All right, and that's the truth. It's really sad that the conservative press is so out of touch with the news. Okay, I really think that if conservatives hate entertainment so much, they shouldn't talk about it. If you're not watching movies, if all you can do is badmouth everything Hollywood puts out, I had one idiot attacking Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone the other day, and I'm like, have you even watched it? No. Then shut the fuck up, please. Okay? I mean, I can't wait till they start going off on Sylvester Stallone and Tulsa King. It's a great show. It is. It's good. Um, Paramount basically has hit it out of the park. Look, can deal with her. Okay. Bob Iger was pissed off at her after Kathy Kennedy's place. No one knows better than Bob Iger that she is not fit to be the head of a studio, especially one like Lucasfilm. Okay. Generalization and a definite, this is happening. Okay. When you make a general statement like that without the absolute evidence, and I mean direct evidence, not it was about money. JPEG started actually making moves to fix whatever that was broken, and they didn't want it. I mean, there's something nefarious going on here. Okay, you've got to look at it that way. Again, Disney's had two SEs over the last at least 6-7 years since, right? It might be something to ponder before we start going, oh, it's about politics, about saving the wokesters. And it's, first off, Iger's ego, think about Napoleon, is in Texas. It is enormous, okay? And he gets a chance now to blame Bob. Say Bob Chapek wasn't the one that greenlit and then let Kathy Kennedy go unhinged. Okay, directing or producing solo without paying attention to what was going on because she wasn't there. Okay, let's go back to this summer till yesterday. Kennedy, Peter Rice gets fired. He's not going to come back. They're not going to bring him back, not in any way, shape, or form. Because I wouldn't trust him. All right, I wouldn't trust that fucker. Peter Rice gets fired. The numbers for Kenobi come in. It's out there among the top executives that Chapek was renewed or is getting renewed. So she goes on a long extended vacation for 40 days to Europe. Okay. For any reason, maybe, she had a cancer diagnosis that she's cancer free. Maybe it was her 70th birthday trip. Maybe it's an anniversary trip. I mean, but it was, to me, when you're the head executive like that of a major studio, you don't just leave like that. All right, for 40 days. Comes back, seemingly very cowed, a little more confident than she was at Star Wars Celebration. And then she's told, don't talk about any more movies. Then we get the Acolytes filming. Then we get the Damon Lindelof dumpster fire announced they're developing one. And you get the Deadpool 3 director saying he's developing one. Not coming from her mouth. Leaked to the press by somebody. Okay. Her. All right. And then the rumors of the Indy 5 screenings going badly appear. Not just at Doomcock. I heard about them 2 days before Doomcock even said anything. Okay. I wanted to see if they were true or not. And then it turns out through Cameron that Chapek ripped her apart about over them. That it was a bad movie. Okay. Then, okay, this happens, and that's just with Kennedy. Now, go back to 2018. The Last Jedi comes out in December of 2017 to the amazement and fury of the fans. Destroyed Luke Skywalker, destroyed Leia, we got Vice Admiral Gender Studies, and Rose, Chairman Mao's fourth wife, Tico. Okay, we got a black man turned into a token. The movie only made $20 million in China, and I guarantee you, Disney maybe saw 5% of that. The Chinese don't give them, don't. Look, if you expect the Chinese to be fair with you in a business thing, don't. Okay, because they won't be, all right? They won't be. All right, so then Solo comes out and loses $250 million. First Star Wars movie to ever lose money. And after that, Chapek said, Iger said, this was Iger, not Bob Chapek, no more Star Wars movies. None. Okay? Until we figure this out. The only one coming out was going to be The Rise of Skywalker because they had to fucking finish the trilogy. So they get the guy who broke it to begin with to come back and piss on the flames. Okay, which he did. That's Kathy Kennedy in 2018. Okay. Bob Iger was her boss. So go sit there and marinate and just how happy it actually is for her to have him back. Okay. All right. Now, I think Chapek probably couldn't understand why everybody kissed her ass. And I don't understand either. She's not the most powerful woman in Hollywood. Every time somebody says that, I want to bitch slap them. Like that. Knock it off. But if anybody thinks that her job is still safe, no. Let's put it this way. I think Bob Iger is a little more direct and a little more aggressive. He's not going to play chess. He's going to, be Terry Tate and knock you into the next office, okay? The rumors about him having a bad temper and being a dick are true, okay? And, I think that he's very happy keeping her shut up, okay? I don't think that she had anything to do at all with him coming back. I mean, I'm going to say this. I really think that this is not going to help her because, again, Bob Chapek remembers what she did to Star Wars. And he knows she is not a good studio head. And he knows she will try to make her stamp on everything she possibly can. Okay, and look. This is my take, okay? I don't remember her being cheered through the marketplace in 2018. They barely even mentioned the fact that she got a contract renewal, okay? They didn't mention it at all that she did now, okay? And what's interesting to me is watching all this, is people actually thinking IGER won't continue the cuts that JPEG wanted to do. Work with me. 2018, 2019, right around then. I don't know if they hate each other, but I don't think that IGER is going to be favorable if she's fucking Indiana Jones up. Okay. Bob Iger, in either late 2018 or 2019, when he announced he was leaving the first time, basically said, we want to streamline and make Disney a leaner, more agile company. Think about it. So we've got these cuts coming. All right. Anybody really expect Disney to walk away without firing people? Walk out of this recession without firing people? I don't. And here's the reason why. Yeah, Andrew. Here's the reason why. David Zaslav walked in and started firing people. And Sarnoff, Walter Hamada, all these people. All right. Then Netflix was firing wokesters. Paramount's fired people. CBS has been firing people. All down the line. The only one so far that hasn't is Disney. The entertainment business is the first business to kind of feel the pinch. Why? For the people who weren't privy to my early morning rant, if you're a family that makes about $150,000 a year, which is upper middle class, right? You're still living from paycheck to paycheck. Okay. If you got 4 kids, all right, you've got groceries to buy, gas to buy, bills to pay, mortgages to pay. So what gets cut from the budget? Entertainment. Buying DVDs, Blu-rays, going to movies, going to concerts, that kind of thing. So when you think about it, okay, there's no way Disney can avoid being part of the entertainment layoff regime going on. They can't. Universal, I don't know if they've started laying people off, but I assume that that's going to come there too. At least in the studios. Look, the parks and the cruise line and ESPN can hold up the company for only so long, okay? And these other divisions that aren't making any money, Marvel, Lucasfilm, are going to have to start paying their bills, okay? And my attitude is, I think Bob Iger strolled into the office like fucking Satan walking into hell's boardroom. And the CFO walked in with the books and he went, okay, there's something not right about any of this. Hey, just some other guy. No, they're not buddy-buddy. But and I also think that Iger in the end will probably tell her to leave. Okay, look, he's not a guy when you get into an argument with to fuck with. Okay, now Bob Chapek seemed like a nice guy, very quiet, very subtle, very nuanced. Bob Iger is not. Okay, he is not a nuanced man. He can't help himself. Okay, but let's look at these hedge funds. They invested heavily in Disney. Third Point has $1 billion invested in Disney. Okay. And I want to ask him, and I want to ask Susan Arnold this too. Are you a for-profit entertainment company, or are you a nonprofit political activist group? Decide, okay? Because it is going to happen, whether the wokesters see it coming or not. Look, Bob Iger was the one that basically said Disney is going to be run as a for-profit company. That was back in 2018 or 2019. He said that too. Okay. So I think that there's something nefarious going on. Well, Iger, the first 10 years, he was finishing up Michael Eisner's stuff. The last 10 years, it was his stuff, and his stuff suck. If you look at it that way, then you'll understand it, okay? I'm appalled. I think he probably does. But again, I don't think that she had anything to do with any of this. I know Doomcock will say because it's clickbait to make sure that she's front and center of everything he talks about when it's Disney. I don't think Bob Iger has had any feelings whatsoever for KK since 2018. Okay, was it Star Wars Celebration 2019 when she came out and announced all those shows? Well, just some other guy. Bob Iger is not a money person. Okay, Bob Iger was a weatherman. Okay, he predicted the weather. All right. If anything, he's really good at seeing patterns. Okay. It's almost like they put Chapek in for 11 months by himself as the fall guy, and then Iger came back to fix what was broken. I don't know where this is going to end. I don't know how this is going to end. I am not looking forward to seeing any of that. I'm really kind of mystified how well, that's a good analogy. Yeah, it was a bullshit move. Well, see, and that's the thing. What happened with the board that the board suddenly just dropped Bob Chapek? Just said, we're done. I don't think it was Wakanda Forever. I think something else happened. I think the board, look, I'm going to say it again. It's got to be money. It's got to be something scary and financial. Taxes, FBI investigations, China, even though it was Iger that actually got Disney involved with the Shanghai park. Okay. It's got to be something to where these big investment houses were like, fuck. Look, all right, FTX is a Ponzi scheme, right? You know, send money to Ukraine, or the US government sends the money to Ukraine. Ukraine launders it and sends money to FTX. Okay, that's how they did it. Yeah, it wasn't willy-nilly, but it was really abrupt. When you've got people, contacting Cameron and WDW Pro and everything going, we didn't see this coming. Holy fuck. Okay. Big deal. That's a BFD. Okay. And it's a BFD that kind of gets you. Okay. My thing is keep your eyes open in the trades for what IGER's plan is, because they're going to have to put it out there somewhere. Okay. No, that hasn't been repaired, and it is going to be very interesting seeing how IGER negotiates with a very emboldened and empowered Ron DeSantis, because DeSantis will tear him a new one. Okay, Bob Iger can probably debate many people in Hollywood because they're 99% retarded. Okay, Bob Iger trying to negotiate with the guy who went to Harvard Law School and went to Iraq to be the JAG officer for the SEAL teams. I don't think that he's got running for president again in the cards. I might be wrong, but I think that ship has sailed. We have the Republican Party has a really deep bench. All right, my husband and I disagree, but when you've got Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump, Rick Scott, Marco Rubio, Kristi Noem, and others, and I'm not talking about the idiots like Mike Pence or that idiot Larry. Oh, the governor of Maryland. Okay, the idiot who Larry Hogan. Larry Hogan is more of a rhino than Paul Ryan is, if you can believe it, and he is a Republican. Okay, whenever the Democrats said roll over, he would. Okay, and that's what he would do. The Democrats have Gavin Newsom. Well, you got to care about it because it's our culture. Okay. Culture is upstream from politics. And, Andrew Breitbart said that, and I believe it. Tulsi Gabbard, if she loses her last abortion enthusiast ideas and stops talking about banning guns or any gun control at all, she'd be an interesting vice president. And she would really give the Democrats headaches. But we're not here to talk about that. I'm very, very, very interested in where this is going to go and how this is going to play out. Okay, because again, it's important for our country. This is what culture is. It's a country or an ethnic group's music, their religion, their the stories they tell, their food, what work they do, okay, how they govern themselves. And that's why it's upstream from politics. And when you start using your platform in the culture, Disney has the biggest one, as a place to berate over half the country and champion misandry, grooming of little kids, outright pedophilia, and basically wrapping yourselves around and genocidal language about people who disagree with you, which is what these woke activists do. You're going to piss people off. You cease to become part of the culture, and you now are part of the activism that is destroying the culture. Okay, that's the thing going on with all this. And Bob Iger was the one who hired all these people. All right, you go to the upload I put up called Bob Iger's Greatest Hits. You got Leslie Headland again. You've got LaToya Raveneau. You've got Kari Burke, Beach or Birch or whatever her fucking name is. And the rest of these fucking scumbags. JPEG didn't hire them. They tried to subvert him. And he couldn't just say, you're fucking fired. Because they're all executives, probably would have taken him to court. You're racist, you fired me. You're a sexist, misogynist, and a homophobe, you know, and all the rest of that shit. You know, it's just apparent that that needs to be remembered. He was the one that hired these people. Okay, so now that, you know, Victoria Alonso has helped fuck up Marvel, now that Kathleen Kennedy has fucked up Star Wars and probably Indiana Jones, what is Iger gonna do? Okay, he made this mess. He let these fucking bitches run amok. All of them. Oh, I am too, just some other guy. You know, this is JPEG's or Iger's problem, not JPEG's. Okay, so I'm very interested in things not going the way they think it's going to go. I really, because the kind of, look, Iger is not a hatchet person. Well, hard work, that's wrong. I haven't jumped base, haven't jumped out. You know, the fans who gave up are fucking pussies and weak. Okay, I don't want to hear about, I don't want that kind of language when we're talking about intellectual stuff here. Again, this is not an emotional freak out, okay? This is, let's figure out what the fuck is going on, okay? So I don't give a fuck. And if you don't think it can be fixed, then don't watch it anymore. You know, that's Carlos is right there. Now, what else is there? You know, I don't think it's going to go the way. Well, if you are, then why did you even bring the fans up? You know, every time I think about fans, I think of, channels whining and crying and bitching and saying really stupid shit all the time. Okay. All right. If IGER is there, he's there with the board's permission. He is there to do something. God knows what. Okay. Well, look, there are people out there who hate for the hate of it. All right. And it's true. They hate for the hate of it. Fine. I am going to cancel Disney Plus after Andor. Last episode. I want to see what happens tonight and tomorrow. You remember that last night? It was almost midnight here when all hell broke loose, and nobody got any sleep. All right, I fell asleep again after Cameron called me, and then woke up at 3 and couldn't get back to sleep. I was like this. All right, that's what was going on, and I feel like I was hungover. Okay, this stuff is real. All right, this stuff is not. The world needs Disney to cut the crap. You're right, Lico. Okay, they need to cut the crap. All right, and hopefully, maybe Bobber can figure out what cutting the crap means, and then he'll do it. But I've almost been on for an hour. Now, this is interesting. There is a way for me to have people come on now on YouTube. So I'm going to get together with Cameron when he has time, and we're going to go over this with him. Okay, so you guys get ready. Anyway, I got to go. Something just came up here. Okay. Okay, I gotta go because this is about Kennedy and I want to see what's going on. I'll talk to you guys all later. See you around the galaxy. Be safe. Maybe, just maybe, we will hear some good news.